Hi, this is Ishu Singh. Welcome to my new video. In this video, I will be talking to you about the idea generation process, how the big companies come up with the ideas, how the founders come up with the idea. So they just change the whole humanity. It just doesn't happen within one day. I want to actually start from the learning process. You cannot come up with the idea if you are not aware of the things that are happening near about you. In your daily life, you might be thinking like, yeah, you are going from point A to point B and you're going by using bus, and that's your whole thing. While traveling in the bus, you're using phone and you're looking at different feeds, and you think that, okay, yeah, I saw my 5 friend photos and I'm traveling from point A to point B and I'm done, and I'm coming from point B to point A back in the evening time using the same feeds, watching my friends' photos and videos, and that's how you're gonna come up with the ideas. No. If you have really that entrepreneurial bug within you, and if you're really feeling that you're not made up of journal gene like all the common people are having, if you think that you can actually do something good with your life and you actually want to change or bring change in the community, in the humanity, and you actually want to bring the changes. So for bringing the changes, you have to come up with the idea. So for coming up with the ideas, you need to start watching the content. You need to start learning about different things that you actually like to do. Okay, you can consume the content by many ways. Like if you like to listen to the podcast, you can listen to the podcast. If you want to watch the videos, you can watch the videos. If you want to read the content, you can read the content. So content consumption can be done in many ways. It just depends on your preference. What would you like to do, okay, in order to get more learning, in order to learn more about what is happening in terms of technology or whatever area you are more keen to learn about. Okay, I'm gonna give you one more example. If you think that you are more attracted towards numbers, yeah, so you can learn about the finance part. You can start learning about politics. Okay, if you're gonna think like, okay, how the numbers are related with finance and the politics, that totally makes sense. I'm just giving you different kind of scenarios. Okay, yeah, in the elections, yeah, numbers are involved. I'm just giving you different kind of mindsets that you can really adapt. Okay, I'm gonna give you one more example of the numbers. You like numbers, start reading about finance. You might like finance part, you might not like finance part. If you like, start learning more about finance, like how the stock market works. Just keep on learning. It's not learning, I would say, is a bad terminology or not a good terminology. You might think, okay, I don't have time to learn. Basically, you are not learning, you are fulfilling your own needs. Like, okay, yeah, if I actually like to do something, that's not learning. That's like I'm self-satisfying myself by doing that thing again and again. So same way you're gonna do the things that you actually like to do. Okay, you like to do entrepreneurial ventures, that's totally fine, but that is a process, and the process starts from learning. Process doesn't start from the idea. First you have to start learning. You have to develop the mindset of learning. So what I say is you should know how to learn to become more successful. So okay, I'm gonna start again. I'm gonna come up to the same thing that I was talking previously about. Okay, you like the numbers, you're gonna start learning about the things that are directly related to the numbers or that are indirectly related with the numbers. Start learning more about it. Or I'm gonna give you more idea why I'm talking to you, why I'm talking with you about numbers. Start consuming the content. I'm gonna give you one more example. This thing, okay, if you're not in touch with what is happening around you, one day you are sleeping and next morning you wake up and you think that you're gonna come up with a big idea. No, that's not truth. Like if you think, okay, you came up with the idea of Airbnb next day, that doesn't mean that Airbnb doesn't exist in the market. It's just like you don't know Airbnb already exists. I'm just saying, like, oh, you came up with the idea similar to Airbnb, and you're gonna think, oh, you came up with a really big idea, I'm gonna start implementing. Then you're gonna do the research. But what I'm saying is that idea is kind of a useless idea. So if you want to come up with the ideas that's gonna actually make sense for you and for your life, you have to start learning about what is happening around you. Okay, start learning. If you want to learn more about the technology, start reading, start consuming the content. Okay, learn about the technology. Like if you're surrounded by that kind of content, that's when and that's how you're gonna come up with the ideas that's gonna be related with the technology. Okay, if I'm always reading about the apps, Uber, Airbnb, like Android apps, barcode scanning, different things, like I'm gonna come up with similar kind of idea. So I will not be coming up with the idea of like, okay, how to make that particular food item. I'm not gonna come up with a totally different idea because I will be consuming the content related with different niche. So whatever you like to do, just select that niche and start consuming content about that. That's how you're gonna come up with different kind of ideas. And one of that ideas might be your next big idea that can take you to the next level where you actually want to go. In the following videos, I will be talking more about this idea generation process, because I always tell people it's always about the process. You cannot come up with the ideas, start implementing on it, and you think that, okay, you are the big gun because you came up with the idea first. No, because there might be other people who came up with similar kind of idea before, or who might have got similar kind of idea right now at this moment, or so you have to come up with the things that you actually like to do. So I will be making more content related with this learning process, how you can come up with a new idea generation processes. So for now, thanks a lot. This is Ishu Singh signing off. See you in the next video. Take care.